Hey, welcome back to the Hood Table one more again. Thanks everybody for tuning in. I have this hair across my forehead. Thanks everybody for tuning in. Please make sure you like and share the video and subscribe to the Hood Table if you're not already subscribed. And we about to get into this good old review of the Real Housewives of Atlanta, season 13, episode 17, the finale, which was called How the Wig Stole Christmas. And make sure you guys let me know what you thought about this episode, the different storylines and the different characters that I'll be discussing for this review. But let's just jump right into this because I do have another show coming up tonight, Friday Night Live, which is every Friday. It's a no limits, no topics off limits show. No holds barred, Friday night, 9 p.m. So I'm running a little late. So we're going to get right into this review, okay? So, at the beginning of the episode 17, we see Candy, being acknowledged and recognized by the Atlanta's councilwoman in her city on all of her amazing accomplishments, including being given a day of celebration in honor of her name. She has been given Candy Burris Tucker Day. Isn't that exciting? Like, yay! Her councilwoman, Catherine Foster Rowe, did the honors at Candy and Todd's new restaurant called Blaze Steak and Seafood. So, being that the councilwoman said that Candy Burris Tucker Day will be Friday, December 18th, I'm assuming that it's going to be December 18th of each year, no matter what day of the week that it falls on. But correct me if I'm wrong, because she did say it's going to be Friday, December 18th, but it don't fall on the same day every year. So, but anyway, correct me if I'm wrong. But it's still just so amazing. Like, congratulations again to Candy Tucker, Burris Tucker, that is. I have been a mega fan of yours since, like, you first hit the scenes, with one of my all-time favorite music groups, Escape. Kick off your shoes and relax your feet. Party on down to the SK beat. Just kick it. Just kick it. Just kick it. Yes. One of my all-time favorite Escape songs. But anywho, when it comes to Drew, Ralph, and her son Josiah, and Josiah's dead. Okay, let me know what y'all thought about that whole interaction there. When we first was watching the scene of Drew's family, waiting on Josiah's father to show up, I was like, please don't tell me that he is not coming. But then after being extremely late, he finally showed up. But why after being extremely late did he have to say, I'm tired, but I'm here? Like, dude, your son is 9 years old and you haven't really been involved in his entire life. Then you show up super late. Then when Drew asks how have you been, he says, I'm tired, but I'm here. As if you could have been somewhere else, like maybe at home in your bed, enjoying your rest. But anywho, even Josiah, he was sitting there like looking all evasive and non-interested. He didn't even want to really get up and hug the man. I'm like, I don't know. Y'all let me know what y'all thought about that whole thing. I don't know. I think that the dad should have made more of an effort. Like, you came all the way into town for one meal. Like, you could at least plan a weekend trip, a couple of days trip, so that the son could spend like some quality time with him. But anyway, I just hope that he's really being sincere about saying that he's all in, that, from here on out, that he's really going to be involved in Josiah's life from here on out. I think every child needs their father, as long as their father is doing what they need to do. But know again what y'all thought about that. Now let's speak about another relationship situation like Kenya, Mark, and Brooklyn. Kenya, she had another appointment with her therapist, and during therapy she had mentioned how after celebrating their daughter's birthday, Mark has had a change of heart. But from the look of things, Mark was basically giving Kenya an ultimatum for him to say that he'll drop the divorce case if she'll drop, her custody case. What he actually told her was that he didn't know that he would be feeling some type of way after spending time with them at Brooklyn's party, and that he now wants to do whatever it takes to put their family back together, which includes even going to counseling. So when the therapist suggested that Kenya invites him to their session, she couldn't even get through to his phone. Kenya was looking at that phone like, I know he did not block the phone number of the mother of his child. I know he did not. And then after telling her that he was willing to do counseling to get his family back, child. But as shocking as that might have been to Kenya, What was shocking to me was how they've been separated for over a year. But when he came down for their daughter's birthday at the end of the night, he jumped right into Kenya's bed. She was like, he didn't even tell me where he was staying. He didn't even ask me if he could stay with me or if he should go to the hotel. At the end of the night after the birthday party, when they was time to go to bed, he jumped right into her bed as if he was just gone for like a minute. Like he just went out of town for a day or two and came right back. Like they'd been together all this time. Like he was returning back to his rightful place right next to her in bed. Mm-hmm. Uh-huh. I'm telling you. Let me tell you this. If that was my baby daddy and we had been separated for over a year, I would have kicked his ass right onto that floor, told him to have a get in that. We got guest rooms. That's a big old house. There's plenty of other places you can sleep, from the floor, the living room, on the couch, a spare bedroom. He wouldn't have been sleeping with me, and I don't know what the hell you been doing for the last year, because you ain't been doing me. So yeah, I couldn't believe she just let him all up in the bed like that. But anywho, I don't know. But to me it just seemed like it was sent some mixed signals, because she was like, her daughter was all like, mommy, daddy. Like that will send mixed signals to a child. They see y'all in bed together after not being together for like a year. Got their daughter thinking everything is okay, sweetheart. So I'm with Kenya when she, believing that he just basically wants her to stop the court proceedings, and he'll stop his legal proceedings for the divorce if she stops like the custody. But he for sure is not interested in rekindling their relationship. If he blocking her number after he told her basically, I want my family back. I'll even do counseling. And then she can't even get through to the fool. He don't want no relationship. I see you, dude. I see. Kenya might not can see you, but I see you clearly now. But okay, let's talk about Cynthia. Okay. Cynthia had that idea of having a Friendsmas Christmas Santa gift exchange, which I think is an awesome idea, and I might have to try this with my girls. Right? We do it at work. They do it at different places like that, church, different office places. But I never really done one in my family or with my friends, so that's a good idea. But anywho, they had a limit. First she said 100, but she was like, come on now, all these bougie women who's used to getting expensive things, she had to increase it to at least 1,000. So she increased it to 1,000, and it was going to be a secret Santa gift exchange. But of course, Kenya, she had to be shady to somebody when she was out looking for her gifts. She had to be shady to Drew, asking the jewelry person at the jewelry counter, do y'all have the doll chain for dolls for Drew? Because Kenya figures that Drew kind of has a Napoleon complex, always barking at somebody like a little ankle biter. So she was like, do you have any doll chains, any fancy doll chains? Now that would have been shady as hell. She would have really bought it though. But anyhow, she didn't. But out of all of the ladies that she invited, as far as Cynthia, Latoya at first said she wasn't going to be able to make it, for not wanting to deal with any drama. And Marlo also said she wouldn't be able to make it, but at least she has sent a gift by her assistant. But as I always say when I have an event, whoever is there is supposed to be there. So the people who say they can't make it, if they don't really make it, party goes on, event goes on. So yeah. But anywho, I'm like, Cynthia was like, let's carry on, child. But what the hell was Drew and Portia doing to manage to arrive 4 hours late? Now, in the past, we have gotten used to Portia making a grand entrance, being extremely late. But starting off this season, she kind of made it a point, after doing all this protesting and, Black Lives Matter, being at all those events, she had made it a point. She started coming to events on time or early. That's how she started off this season, for important events. So maybe Cynthia's secret gift exchange wasn't really that important to her. I don't know. But then she spent over $2,000 on her gift when Cynthia said not to spend over 1,000. Y'all, did y'all see Portia's face? Okay, Portia was number one when the gift exchange. It went 1 through 8. Portia was number one. And when she opened up her Tiffany boxes that Cynthia had purchased, she was looking at that shit. Now Tiffany, that they're not cheap. They're not cheap, you know. But she was looking at that bracelet necklace like, is this supposed to be a set? Are you serious? It's like totally different colors. She was looking at Cynthia like, are you faux serious? They really go together? Are you sure? Like, I don't know. Portia then she talked about on the green screen room. She was like, I don't even wear necklaces. But then they show all these clips from all these different scenes with either one necklace or 5 or 10 necklaces, all blinged out, diamonds, gold, and all that kind of shit. Girl, you wear necklaces. But she was trying to play it off like, I don't even wear this. Then she stuck it down in her cleavage as to hide it. But yeah, Portia was like, she hated it. She did not like her gift at all. However, Drew, she was number 2. She was very happy with her new pocketbook, her little mini Gucci bag, and her bottle of Baccarat perfume purchased by Portia. But that joy didn't last very long because Cynthia's sister Mal, number 3, decided on her turn to take Drew's gift for herself, because that's what you can do. You can if you see a gift that somebody likes and you haven't chosen yours yet, you can either choose somebody else's gift or you can choose one of the unopened gifts. So she decided to take Portia's gift. I'm sorry, Drew. Drew was like, hell no. But that's what you get for being 3 hours late, right? That's what they told her. That's what happens when you try to make a grand entrance. So Drew then had to choose another gift. Was 10 bottles of, I don't know how you pronounce that, basically champagne from Cynthia, or maybe from the Bailey wine cellar per Portia. She was like, girl, you know you didn't buy that. You know you went downstairs, took some bottles out your wine cellar, or, you know, not really downstairs, but, you know, from her wine cellar, her company. I don't know if she did or not, but I'll take 10 bottles of wine. Shoot, especially if they taste good. You know what I'm saying? But then Shamia, she was number 4. She found a new iPhone 12 when she picked her gift, which Candy so graciously bought. Now, I would have loved that gift too, even though I'm not a big iPhone person. I would have took it. Yeah, I would have took it. Cynthia, she happened to be number 5. And with her gift, she chose $1,000 in cash, which was sent by Marlo. And I'm like, ain't that just like Marlo? She ain't about to go out there shopping and shit. She just gonna put the money in the bag. 1,000 stacks. You can do whatever you want. Yeah, I would have appreciated that one too. Now, Portia, she had got a big kick out of that gift and said she was going to take all that money to Bolo. Now, do y'all think it was too soon? I was like, Portia, too soon, Portia. Much too soon. Like, they still dragging you in the blogs, thinking that you and somebody else that slept with Bolo. And she talking about, I'm taking all this money to Bolo. Mm-hmm. Anyway, Candy, she was number 6. She got a pair of $5,000 diamond earrings, which were gifted by Kenya. Candy was staring at those diamonds like, why the hell would you buy us some diamonds? To which Kenya responded, with $5,000, it ain't tricking if you got it. She was like, it ain't tricking if you got it. Like, Candy, where them $5,000 earrings? Shoot, I would have been putting them bad boys on. Help me put the little nub in the back, the little stud in the back. But yeah, so, you know, some of the gifts were really, really nice. But being that Kenya was number 7, she was the last one who was actually there, actually present to pick a gift. She chose Shamia's gift, which was a Chanel scarf and brooch. And I really thought that brooch, I thought that was really, really pretty. I even love the scarf. I like the scarf as well. It's not something that I would probably wear because I'm not that no fancy. You know, I'm still a tomboy, you know, in so many ways. So that ain't something that I would wear. But I could see any of them wearing that sparkly, you know, glitter a scarf and the brooch, and, you know, wearing it to an event with maybe a pair of silver or sparkly stiletto heels. Child, please, and a cute little handbag. Mm-hmm. But Kenya's excitement didn't last long either. Because they had forgotten about Marlo, who wasn't present. She had to choose her gift. So since she wasn't there in her absence, Chandler chose to take Kenya's Chanel gift away and give it to Marlo. So that meant Kenya's only gift to choose from was the last gift purchased by Drew. I was like, what the hell is that thing? Is it a fur cat box or is it a fur doggy house bed? Like, what is it? I didn't know what the hell that was. And then, what was that shit hanging out the bed? Child, it was a raggedy piece of weed that Drew claimed was worth at least $1,000. Kenya was not impressed. She didn't find any humor in it at all. She was like, this shit is not funny because it happened to be the same weed that LaToya and Kenya had been dragging Drew over from the beginning of the season. Kenya was pissed the hell off. Like, not only did Kenya receive a gift that was a hand-me-down, but the other ladies were not too sure that the wig was even worth $1,000. So Kenya, she jumped her ass up, grabbed her purse. She was about to bounce out of there. But why didn't Drew, tell me this, why didn't Drew understand that her gag gift was not appreciated by not just Kenya, but any other ladies? Like, if she had really wanted to get a laugh out of that, she probably should have gifted one of the ladies with that wig on maybe like their birthday. You know, something like that. Like, show up at their birthday party. Here, girl, ha ha ha, hee hee hee. This is funny. You was talking about my shit. Here you go. You can have it. But not at a Secret Santa event where ladies are expected new gifts. Not hand-me-downs. New gifts. Not gifts from no thrift store or nothing. New gifts around the amount of $1,000 at least. But I'm sure after seeing LaToya walk through that door, Kenya was glad that she didn't leave yet because between Drew and LaToya, it was on and popping. Drew said, oh, I know LaToya is close to the prophet now because she walked right through the door when Drew started discussing her and the prophet, which everybody is so tired of hearing about. Candy was like, man, you know what? And Candy did make a valid point about LaToya and the bishop. If he wanted to kick it with LaToya, it was because he wanted to. Not because LaToya showed up in some devil suit with a gun to his head, or not because she might have slid down a pole all seductive on him like Lil Nas X did in his video. And no, I'm not saying that preachers can't be seduced. Because let history tell it, they can be seduced just as well as they can seduce the males and females of the church. And we ain't even going to get on what some of them do to children. But anyway, back to Prophet Lot, the man in question here. Portia said, what does it matter if he was interested in LaToya since he admitted that he's no longer engaged? He's not married. He's single from what we can tell. But now I'm wondering if it might be true after all. Like, again, it doesn't really matter one way or another to me or any of the ladies, I believe. But for storyline's sake, LaToya was up there bragging about how she was about to go see the prophet after she left the party and how he had actually stopped by earlier that day to bless her house. And I was like, what else has he been blessing, sis? Sister LaToya, what else have you been getting blessed with from Prophet Lot? Then she took that handy down of a wig and Drew threw it right in her face. Drew must have jumped up from that couch with her short little mini dress on. You saw her panties, her drawers, and everything. Kenny was like, oh, you from Chicago? You from the Chi? Where that Chi at now, huh? Bring that Chicago out now. I think everybody was just so over with and so outdone with the prophet rumors being so collated by Drew. And while all the ladies were entertained by and appreciative of the carolers that were outside, Kenya looked as if she just wanted to speed off and burn rubber right on. She was still pissed at the fact that her gift was Drew's old wig. Then on top of that, she's trying to get LaToya home, trying to get her in the car. LaToya was just a tipsy and a drunk. Again, it's another event where it seemed like she already came a little bit white girl wasted. So she was out there clowning with the carolers and everything. They trying to sing, bring some cheer to the neighborhood, singing carols and songs about Jesus and stuff. And LaToya's out there dancing and just acting a plump ass fool again. So one thing I do feel for sure is that Prophet Lot definitely ain't counseling her about her alcohol issues. I'm just saying, but yeah, Kenya had to damn near force Latoya's drunk ass into her car, and then they took off from there. But y'all let me know what y'all think about that whole scene between Toya and Drew, and how y'all feel about the profit rumors. I'm so over it, just like the bolo. I'm just so over it. Like, who cares? People grown, let them do what they want to do. If they ain't hurt nobody, that's their business, you know. But anyway, final notes. Now, we saw at the end of the show, they say Kenya is planning another girls' trip, which I would never allow her to do. They said she in Brooklyn is heading to Paris soon, and that Kenya has officially filed for divorce, and she wants no more of the drama. Okay. Drew. They said Josiah's dad has been forming a relationship with him, which is awesome. They said Drew continues to decorate her new home, so it will be perfect, just like her marriage, her 3 children, and her hairline. Portia. They said Portia remains on the front line of social justices. Go, Portia Martin Luther King. Go ahead, girl. They said she's also back to eating meat, and she has managed to stay away from the hot dog factory. So does that mean she's still not speaking to Dennis, or maybe they having like a, raising the baby together but not together? You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. That's cool. That's cool. Cynthia, they said Cynthia and Mike have decided Atlanta is home and Mike will be moving permanently. They are currently looking for the next Lake Bailey on the hill, and her bachelorette queen will have his own personal special room. Child, I ain't mad at you. I ain't mad at you. Ugh. Whew. Okay. Anyway, Candy. They said her acting career is blossoming. I do need to check out her on The Chi. They said she's going to return for her second season of The Chi soon. And no, hometown native Drew will not be on it. That's what they said on Bravo. So as far as looking at the previews for the reunion, were they all really dressed in a candy coated dungeon theme style? First, I was like, they all dressed in black. Okay, that's cool. But then I started noticing like the whole scene, the whole stage, and the whole atmosphere. And then I heard Andy say something about dungeon or somebody. I'm like, they are in a candy coated dungeon theme, like attire or whatnot. I cannot wait for the reunion to come. So yes, I will be watching that next week. Well, actually not next week, in a few days, and then I'll do a review on the reunion. It's probably gonna be at least 2, part 1, part 2, most likely as usual. So anyway, you guys, make sure you guys watch the reunion as well so you can review it with me. And also, don't forget to like the video, share the video, subscribe to the Hood Table if you're not already subscribed. And thanks for tuning in, you guys. Stay safe, be blessed, remain vigilant at all times, and don't forget to keep it hood. Bye.